I wonder if we're live right now.
I don't know. Let me see.
Go back. Oh, here it is. I think it's live.
Oh yeah, it just shows the icon.
It just shows it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Let's see if we can hear it.
Oh, the coloring's all green.
Yeah, I did the for the pre-weird show. I went. For the pre-weird show, I just went full weird.
My dumbass was turning the volume up on my computer because I couldn't hear anything. I was like, oh wait, you're not talking.
Yeah.
No, but I was watching this video, man. Recognize the signs of a stroke. Fast. Witness. So I guess the witness version.
We're gonna go OBS and
The patient version is kind of a rare exclusive.
I'm making the notes for the show. I do want to do some like Big Lebowski videos today.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah. And then
Is it the greatest bowling movie of all time?
it's up there. Kingpin was so solid.
See, that's the debate I have. Like, I feel like, here's my take on those two movies.
You had
Okay,
like Bill Murray and is bigger in McCracken, especially because I'm an Ernie.
like the Big Lebowski has, like, in my opinion, better like comedy lines, but
It's more quotable.
they're both funny as fuck. But I feel like Kingpin, I like the story better, a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's
But it's like it's but then I start talking about the Lebowski. I'm like, yeah, it's the best. So it's they're on, to me, they're on the same level because I can't. It's hard to pick one over the other. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna pick one over the other, and you can't make me.
that's that one. There's the ATG boys.
As my dad said, stay off the
What's this?
stuff. But
I don't know.
what to,
So I go to display capture. I
you
gotta
sh-
do like WBC research. I don't know. Like the WBC kind of has its own website.
yeah, that's what I was on yesterday when I was looking at the schedules.
Yeah,
I saw this
get
one.
that pulled up.
Like I saw
I guess
this.
The MLB.com does it. I thought it had its own dedicated
You were wrong.
website. I guess it's MLB. And that's another reason why I like Dunross baseball cards so much.
They're the best.
Well, they're not giving any dollars to the evil.
What's the evil?
The evil Major League Baseball. They're
Yeah, because they don't have the rights to the team logos.
They don't have.
However, they still sell the uniform, the picture, and the guy's name, so it's still, you know what I'm saying, a value.
WBC Classic teams. These are all the teams. That's a
Yeah.
lot of teams.
The thing I will say about Panini, the reason I like them the best is because their designs. But what's funny, like when you go through the cards, sometimes, like especially if you get a card where the
Damn.
what do you call it? The Mets are wearing their like white uniforms, like the navy blue. So they don't say Mets or they don't say Yankees. So they just say New York. You're like, does this guy play for the Mets or the Yankees? Because sometimes you can't the uniforms because they can't have the logos. You're trying to decide.
Look at this. Have you seen this World Baseball Classic rankings?
Yeah, there's this thing too on the bottom of the schedule. It says if two things. It says if Team Japan moves to the second round, they'll play the second quarterfinal game regardless if they're the Pool B winner or runner up. And then it says if Team USA moves to the second round, they will play the second quarterfinal game. So it's like, do they advance to the quarterfinal? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously you're rooting for the USA, right?
I don't know, man. Mr. Nakatomi's got pretty.
Because, like, to me, my favorite side is Pool C. Because it's got Mexico, which is my second favorite team,
Yeah.
tied with Canada. So those are, like, two ties. It's like USA. I'm honestly going to place money. Well, not real money, but if I had to bet, I would bet money on Mexico or Canada.
Yeah.
Just for the fuck of it, you know?
I mean,
Hell with it.
these pools are stacked, man. You got. Man, that's a stacked tournament, dude. Because
I mean, look at Pool B, man. Japan.
You got Taiwan. I mean, the Netherlands is going to have all the dudes from the Caribbean. And then you got Cuba. Like, Cuba just got clowned at the
Yeah.
Series del Caribe. And then Italy, Panama. Panama did pretty good. And then Pool B stacked. You got Japan, Korea, Australia. And then Pool C, not to slouch China and Czech Republic, but not traditionals.
I will say the Pool D looks the most promising.
You got the DR, which maybe.
You got.
I mean, like if guys like Juan Soto are playing, like if you got like it's an all-star team. That's that but because Japan is hosting, I mean they're pulling out all the stops too. So it's going to be a wild. I've not been as pumped for the WBC as this one. That's pretty sweet.
I mean, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, like,
get over
fuck,
to
dude.
UTSA baseball. Pull some UTSA and get that all ready.
I didn't know Israel even had a team.
People were like, is this a show? No, dude, this is just us being weird, getting ready for the show.
I've seen other people do things that just do the show before the show.
You could just take the camera and follow me into the bathroom. It's the behind the scenes, man.
You're all like, hey, man, I got to take a shit. Well, we can't go off the air, so...
Just keep it going.
We have cables long enough to probably reach that far.
Let's look at these results. So they're 3-1. They 10-run Houston. I just want to see the box score. Houston drove all the way over to get clubbed. Simon Miller's 2-0. Let's see what happened here. Big Nasty Serdashny, 1 for 3. Garrett Post. Look at Post, man. 1 for 3, but 2 baseball balls. Same with Serdashny. Matt King is 3 for 5. Dude, that guy's a good shortstop, dude. Taylor Smith, Henry Clark pinch hit. Did he hit a dinger? What did he do? 1 for 2 with running RBI. Antonio Valdez. I don't remember him from last year. Where's he? Corpus. He's a senior. They don't really have a bio. I think this guy's a transfer. Antonio Valdez, but he's playing, so dude might be a baller. A senior transfer, Antonio Valdez. Going 2 for 4. 2 for 3, Ty Odom. What do we know about Ty Odom? Ty Odom is a freshman, dude. Is this, like, I am doing screen capture.
Did you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to drop a stat. I'm going to say it again when we go at the real show. But you know that this weekend Texas State had 18.7 runs per game?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm about to go to them next.
It said that that was more points than 10 FBS teams averaged in 2022.
So the guys that are kind of new to me are like...
I mean, obviously they're going to, like, not stay this hot for the whole time.
Slam and Sam.
But, I mean...
Isaiah Walker's a baller. I really like UTSA this year. I'm feeling it. Houston, Ward goes. It was just like pitcher by committee. Simon Miller with a win. Let's look at some miss rates. Can't really get the advanced sabermetrics, but can always look at Ks. Wait, what? Earned runs. What do they call that? So that's that. BK. That's Ks. I don't know. That can't be Ks. Strikeouts. That's what I'm looking for. 1-1-1. And strike out a lot of Houston guys. Who's the ballers on Houston that had a game? Nobody. I mean, it was like a 2-hitter. What is this? What's this line? 5 hits? Who got their 5 hits?
I mean, dude, Texas State beat the fuck out of Northwestern.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go that. That's where I'm going next. Let me go look.
I don't even know, like, if Northwestern is a baseball program of value or if they just had a bad weekend, but, man, they got pounded.
That's HTML. Whoa.
I love it. You know what I mean?
So Antonio Valdez played 4 games. He's 7 for Matt King with a ding-dong. He's hitting Ty Odom. Ty Odom's the freshman, man. Ty Odom's a freshman. Caleb Hill, Leighton Berry, Dashney. Look at Post, though, dude. See, Post is just always on base. Slamming Sammy, always on base. Taylor Smith. And let's look at the pitching, though. Look at Luke Malone. 6 innings pitched, no earned runs. Guys just got it. All right, let's go to Texas State. Let's get into what you're talking about. We're just like teasing it because we're gonna go run it down. I'm just pulling the pages up so I can talk about it. You know, let's just tease everybody. Texas State baseball went absolutely exploded. Northwestern's a good school. My buddy went to law school there. That's a pimp ass law school, Northwestern. Let me tell you that. it was 12-4, 20-5, and 24-9. That's just a punishment. Let's look at the box scores and see if at any point, Northwestern was leading. No, they just got down and then just got drummed in the first game. Let's look at some dudes who are just going 2 for 5, 3 for 4s. Who's hitting homers? Home run, Ryan Leary. Third baseman, I think this guy's a freshman. Ryan Leary. Liberty Hill, right? He's a sophomore. He's got some flowing locks, though. Does Ryan Leary.
I just sent you a friend request on Discord. I didn't even know you had an account on there.
Yeah, really?
You probably don't use it a whole lot, huh?
I know. I go to Discord when I'm troubleshooting crypto shit. That's for sure.
Oh, that's what you go for?
Yeah, I don't know. There's like a lot of crypto bullshit on.
I've used Discord like as a thing maybe for not that long, maybe like a year or less.
Yeah. So Ryan Leary has a baller game, and then game 2, Northwestern's like, all right, we're licking our wounds. Let's come back and get him the next game. And then, oh no, Northwestern's leading. They scored 1 run in the second. They're like, this is it. This is our game. We're going to come back. Texas State answers with 5 in the third, and then just goes off. Let's look at home runs. Jose Gonzalez, our man, Seguin River Monster.
Had a major weekend, dude.
Jose Gonzalez. Let's
I
look at
tell
Jose.
ya.
2 for 3 with 4 bibs. Jose Gonzalez can freaking hit. Is he the 3-hole hitter or the cleanup? I guess he's the cleanup guy. No, he is the 3-hole. He should be the 3-hole. Augie Ramirez, also River Monster, catcher DH. Augie Ramirez has a pretty good arm. I like Augie's game. So, 4 ding-dongs, and they just go off. Jose Gonzalez with the double. Let's look at their pitch in there. Zeke Wood, 5 innings, 5 Ks. All right. Now let's go back to the last where they decided. I guess there's no slaughter rule, so you're just
Piling on the runs.
just going 9 runs. You're just gonna destroy people and embarrass them. All right, let's take a look. So this is just a blowout. You go 2 runs for scored. They scored. Texas State scored in every inning. That's demoralizing. 2, 3, 1, 7, 2, 4, 1, 4. Oh my gosh!
Like Northwest, they
I
just
don't think Northwestern's bad. Like, you're in the Chicago area, and you're that good of a school. You recruit well. Like, those dudes are
Yeah.
probably great baseball players, but they just got up against a rabid Texas State team. I mean,
picking up where they left off last year.
so
You know what I mean?
Jose Gonzalez, Ben McLean,
Dude is batting 700, man.
Jose Gonzalez, Ryan Leary gets his. Jose Gonzalez.
So he had
Let's-
he had 10 at bats and had 7 hits at those out of those 10.
Yeah,
So tell me that's not good.
that dude's amazing. Let's look at the full open. No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go stats. Open link in new tab, and then I'm gonna go stats like HTML. Season statistics. Jose Gonzalez is batting 700. I get it's 3 games. You're 7 for 10, but still, dude, you got two bombs, 2 bombs in 3 games. Augie Ramirez has 2 bombs in 3 games. Yeah. It won't stay like that all season, boys, but that's pretty impressive.
I will say they may not stay this hot, but they will keep the winning.
As Epi Calvin Lelouch said, announce my presence with authority. Authority.
You would have thought, like, at some point, the first game, okay, 12-4, I understand, but 20-5, 24-9, at some point you would have thought they would have called, like, hey, okay, Northwestern's not coming back.
Yeah, no, they're figuring out their pitching. Pitching's probably hard at every level. I don't really know.
Because on
I guess they
Saturday,
can mute the desktop
because, I mean,
monitor.
what was it? By the 4th inning, it was, what, 7-8, 11,
It's an ass beating. Let's look at
13 to nothing, or 13-3 in the 4th inning. Like, when did they go off? Yeah, they went off on the 4 or 7 run. Like, fuck yeah, dude.
I was looking at some UAW stuff.
I'll tell you what, man, these little boys can hit.
UIW
and
has
their pitching was pretty solid. Except on Sunday they gave up 9 runs, but
UIW. It's 1-3. Let's look at some box scores. Box score on the win. Tarleton State came down, did the UTSA thing, and then the Carnet Word. I think Ray Mendoza transferred from Houston to UIW, and then you got Jimmy DeLeon. Jimmy DeLeon had a good game and hit a homer in the win.
how's Oral Roberts before we see their record, how they're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, they're 4-1.
Who's 4-1?
Oral Roberts. That's who Texas State plays next.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be a good series.
I don't know what's going on at Oral Roberts. I kind of remember as a kid when that guy was like an evangelist on TV. And then I guess if you're an evangelist, you get tons of bank from all the people that go to your church just giving it to you. And you're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to build a university. And like, I bet when he first started that, they're like, haha, yeah, whatever. And then it turns into like a real ass university, and you're like going to the NCAA tournament. You got like they're pretty good athletics. Like they can.
Yeah, I think. I'm not gonna speak about politics or
Roberts.
religion.
I'm gonna Google image. I think he passed away. Let's just look at Oral Roberts. Yeah, this is the guy I remember. Let's look at images. This is the dude I remember. Go to how do you do it? You got to do display capture.
I don't know what I'm doing here, man.
And then here's Oral Roberts, folks. Look at this dude. There he's with Elvis. Look at that. Look at that picture. I don't know when he passed away. He lived to be like 179.
Trey Roberts was like, let's check the Southern Miss stats. They've got to cut their hair short. 0 flow.
They have to cut their hair short?
I think that's what he
it's
was
like
saying.
a rule?
I believe so.
What? I got to Google that. Oral Roberts, man. Look at this dude with Elvis.
Trey Roberts
he's got
himself.
his Bible right there. He's looking dapper as Oral.
He's still alive?
No, he's got to be dead. Let's find his
What was that other dude
Wikipedia.
back in the day? Jerry Faldwell
Died
or
in
something?
2009.
Remember that guy, Jerry Faldwell or Caldwell?
Faldwell, he got in trouble, dude. He like
Yeah, that
some
dude
kind of
was,
like sexcapades on a boat with
There was a-
Playboy Bunny.
There was a lot of those people back in the day, dude, that made so much money on being on TV and preaching and shit.
I mean, I think it's still a good racket. What's the guy Olsen in Houston?
Dude, that guy's something else.
Didn't like somebody was like remodeling like their church, and he's like, I gotta like remove this drywall, and he just like opened up the wall and just like stacks of cash.
Probably.
He did, I swear.
Originally, when they had the hurricanes and stuff, and down in Houston, and they tried to go to church for refugee, he was like, no.
Mississippi.
Piece of shit. Like,
PPI.
how you going to tell somebody no at first when they need help and you have this church is available?
Baseball hair.
Come on now.
Haircut. Southern Mississippi baseball haircut.
Oh, yeah, he said, I don't know. I know that used to be a rule. Hair can't touch the collar or something like that. Because I know the Yankees.
They're like news on, so they can't cut their hair. This is like a team decision.
That
They did
used
it
to
for
be a rule
fun.
he was saying. So it may not be the same. I don't know if it's still the same anymore. That's like the Yankees. Like in the Yankees, you can't have any facial hair, right? You got to keep a clean cut face and hair.
I think that's working against him.
Well, what was his name that used to play for them? He had the mustache. Oh my God.
Yeah, Mattingly.
I can't remember. Yeah, him, but it was Nick something.
Swisher? Nick
yeah.
Swisher? Yeah, he had to shave it.
That dude had his dip. He's like, all right, boys.
Well, you remember Odor, Rugnet
Yeah.
Odor for the Rangers had that huge beard.
Oh, he said that's Oral Roberts with the hair.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
Oral Roberts have a strict code.
They got a strict code with that.
It would make sense, I guess.
I'm listening to Trey Roberts. Trey, are you related to Oral Roberts? Like, I don't, like
He's like, that's my cousin. All right, that's cool.
Roberts. Dread Pirate Roberts. I was trying to make the kids watch the Princess Bride, Dread Pirate Roberts. That's a good movie.
Oh, the one with that. What's her name?
I don't know.
Princess-
Andre the Giant's in it. Everybody.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. All right. What we got?
It says we've crossed streams here. Well, I'm down to cross streams. Never crossed streams before. I'm only 36, but I feel like an old man sometimes with technology. I'm just like, what?
I'm so fucking old, man. It's crazy.
You're only 21.
I'm 47. I was talking to me and my neighbor. You know what I did?
No.
We can add this to the show or the pre-weird show. So, like, dude, I don't even want to say how expensive my yard guy is. I'm just like, man, I got to cut out this cost. And so I have invested in a robotic... I've invested in a robotic mower. That's what I'm doing. I'm investing in a robotic... I'm investing in I'm going to put the camera on. I don't know. Well, what? It's got to be this one, though. A robotic mower. You think that's going to work? I watched a lot of videos, read a lot of reviews.
I wouldn't get one. I wouldn't trust it.
Well, there's like 3 brands, really. One dude got one. He's like, this thing sucks. He's like returning it. And then there's like one guy. I always like the guys that are, you know, like the super kind of like tech nerds. He's like, I got, you know, robotic mower. Since they came out, I've had them for like 6 years. And he writes like two-page review, tells you his entire life journey with robotic mowers.
See, the thing is, if you fully charge it, you have to fully charge it for it to work. Not half charge, not 75% charge. But if you fully charge it, it'll work. That's the problem with these things. You gotta fully charge them.
The best part, like,
all right, there, Bob.
Well, no, I'm not hating on those guys because those guys are the best. They do such a service, right? Because you read all that. Like, I don't have the time to do that, but that guy told you all the problems you're gonna run into, like how big of a pain in the ass it is to set up. So, like, I'm getting this thing and I'm keeping my yard guy until I can get all the guide wire and boundary wire. And, like, I got to cut a hole in the fence so it'll drive down to the backyard. And, like, it's going to be many months of troubleshooting. I've already anticipated that. But apparently, once you get it going, it's fucking awesome.
I don't know. I love cutting grass.
Robots. I don't, man.
I love the smell of gasoline being poured in there, the pre-pump, the yanking of the chain, whatever you want to call that thing. Right? That's my sound. But
what is it? I'm just like a man with no time. That robot's going to give me some time back and get rid of
So does it look like a lawnmower or is it like a little box?
It essentially looks like a lawnmower without the big handle thing off the back.
Oh, so...
It's electric. It charges itself. And then, like, the biggest technology about it besides, like, the GPS and, like, computer system in there is, like, telling it how to, like, randomly... Because it doesn't mow back and forth. It goes really random. Yeah. But its blades are tiny, tiny little razor blades that don't even... like flick out until it starts spinning, so they're real loose. Like if they run into something, they'll just fold back. They're just like on a loose little screw flopping around.
Safety issue or something.
Yeah, so the centrifugal force throws out like a tiny little razor, and then apparently that just snips a tiny bit of the grass on, and that's why it doesn't need the bag, because it just like apparently turns into nutrition for the soil according to them. I don't know.
That's weird.
It's a pretty weird show, dude. We'd talk about whatever. All right, so I wanted to look up Trinity. I wanted to look up Trinity baseball, see what they're up to, get all the locals, and then gotta look up. Oh, you know what was crazy? So I don't know if you remember last year. I want to see if this dude. No, he's not. Where is the guy? Their catcher's really good.
The dude that was in here, I told him it was a pre-show and like to stay. He left. He's like, "I'll see my way out, man." I said, "No, no, you don't gotta leave."
What, Trey Roberts?
Yeah.
No. He's an ATG guy.
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I'm saying. He left.
That's all good.
It's like, oh, come back, buddy.
Nicholas Lazara hit a bomb. Let's look at their stats, honestly. That dude can hit. Lazara. He is the leader. 429, 2 homers. Yeah, what's they're 3-3. So, yeah. There's Trinity. But what I was going to look at was... Oh, no. He went to UIW. Go back to UIW. Where's the UIW stats? Statistics.
University of Incarnate Word.
I don't think this guy's played a game. There he is. Yeah. He's got 2 at-bats. So, Joe Jimenez was... What?
What did I do?
Like, Joe Jimenez led TLU and everything last year, if I'm not mistaken. And then I asked on Twitter what happened to Joe Jimenez, and it said he's a grad transfer to UIW. So he shows up on their thing, but like,
His stats aren't there or what?
no, like, so you're Joe Jimenez and you transferred to UIW, and in like,
Dude,
in 4 games you got 2 at bats, and I guess he wants to he's like, I don't know if it's just like not going to make it to the show, but like I would have said, based on his performance at TLU, if we go to TLU baseball, that guy was a stud last year.
Dude, this
Usually grad transfers go on where you're going to play.
this filter you have on is fucking hilarious because I look like me, but I have the green on me where it's like trying to like do the
Yeah.
what do you call it, the zebras or whatever, the white balance or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're just all white and pale. it looks great, dude.
Yeah.
It looks
I
funny
like
as fuck.
I like it.
Like you can't see your eyes, so you kind of look like that dude off of what was that movie?
But check it out. You can't see us when we go to the other cameras because they don't have the filter.
Oh,
See?
what was the name of that fucking movie, dude? Damn.
Predator?
No, it was that kid, but he had like glowing eyes, and he looked. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Fuck it, I can't remember now.
I don't know why.
There's a lot of movies like that.
I don't know why I thought of this. Have you... And this was before your time. This was like when I was little. This was the 80s. There was this series. It was a quote-unquote mini-series when the networks were rolling that stuff out.
Yeah.
And it was called... I think it was called V. And
V?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me go to the TLU and find Joe Jimenez's things to make sure I'm not crazy.
Like the letter V, just plain V.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. You're going to laugh your ass off. So what it was...
There's the character that you play on Cyberpunk's name is V.
Um,
Just V.
lineup.
Hey V.
Yeah, Joe
got some
Jimenez
tunes. The fuck?
hit 374 with 15 bombs last year, and now he's at UIW as a grad transfer, and he's not hardly getting any playing time in the first 4 games, so I'm not sure. But, like, if you look at the 2022 TLU stats, if you look at the 2022 TLU stats...
Oh yeah, the V TV miniseries, 1983.
1983. Oh, dude, start reading Wikipedia on
Didn't
it.
they bring this show back and like redid it like
Did
early?
they?
I-
Maybe they did. I don't know what
could've
its
swore
ratings
that
were.
there
It
was like a newer version of it.
It was just like aliens boning people on planet Earth. As I think was like the big reveal or something. Trying to make a half alien, half Earthling baby or something. But yeah, Joe Jimenez, man. This guy was like,
Oh yeah, see here we go.
All-American,
Yeah,
essentially.
remake 2009 through 2011. That's what I thought because I've
Oh,
seen.
it ran for like 2 years on the remake.
Yeah, I saw the logo and I was like, I recognize that shit, dude, because I used to work at Target.
Really?
And I was like, I swear to God, I put that DVD out before, but I knew the logo and I saw it. I was like, I've seen this somewhere. And so
Okay.
yeah, they remade it in 2009 through 2011.
V 1983 miniseries.
Had a good little 2-3 year run there before
Plot
they.
summary.
shut
A
her
race
down.
of aliens arrives on Earth in a fleet of 50 huge saucer-shaped motherships in however major cities.
Oh yeah,
And then they reveal themselves to the United Nations.
invading alien race known as the Visitors,
United Nations.
reptilian humanoids. Huh.
But requiring special glasses to protect their eyes and having a distinctive resonance to their voices, referred to as the Visitors.
The Visitors.
They reach out in friendship.
Huh.
But then it gets weird. I wish I could read this whole thing. I kind of remember it. A resistance movement is formed to expose the Visitors.
So they reach out as a friend and they just like kill you.
Yeah.
Like, hey there, buddy, and take your life. No mas, senor. You're dead. Fatos locos forever. that's what they promise, but that's not what they deliver.
They're carnivorous. They're carnivorous reptilian humanoids. It's good, man. Hollywood just doesn't come up with awesome stuff like this.
I know.
Uh,
We can remake the third time around.
origins of the V series, inspired by Sinclair Lewis's anti-fascist novel "It Can't Happen Here," written in 1935.
Huh.
Who knew? The Visitors have a swastika-like emblem
That would make sense because they had an
Right,
episode
yeah.
called "Prisoners in Ponds."
Aliens are never not going to be a good vehicle for evil in Hollywood.
I could be
You know?
an alien right now. You wouldn't even know.
I think they're probably, I don't know if they're walking among us. I think they might be like really tall and weird or really short, and you can't pull off the sort of like human skin properly. But my whole UFO theories, and I think we had this on like one of our earlier shows, was that if I go back to OBS, my theory, right, is go to turnstile cam. Remember, and we talked a little bit about this. So, like, remember those like Navy videos that they released of like the jets that were like tracking them off the coast of California?
Uh huh.
Okay, well, one of the dudes was like, when I first picked up the object, it was like hovering over a disturbance in the water, like a large disturbance. Like it sounded to me like the disturbance was larger than the ship hovering. So I was like, oh, dude, that's what it is, man. These things, there's like a aircraft carrier underneath the water, which probably has figured out how to like foil our radar, and then it just like comes up and like, you know, drops out a few ships, and then they go flying around, do whatever they're gonna do some recon. But like if you're hiding on planet Earth, which I would think you would logically do, like if you found a new planet, as long as these dudes have probably found this planet, because there's like whatever the Mayans, like there's all this stuff in like South America that's like, they're like, it looks like it's alien stuff. So it's like they've maybe been around and watching the planet since the existence of like civilized human race. If you found that planet, you're obviously going to land on it, and then you're like, okay, well, we're doing this whole Discovery Nature Channel thing where we don't want to mess with these weird humans. We just kind of want to observe them. You can't put a bunch of like bases up in the Andes Mountains or on land where we're going to find it. But if you have the technology to go way deep in like Pacific Ocean caverns that we just don't have the ability to go that deep in the ocean, then they just set up in like some cavern, build like, what was that? Remember the Super Friends had that like underwater thing? The League of, oh man, I got to find that. It was some kind of, I don't know.
Never watched that show. I know what it is. I'm aware.
Their whole headquarters was like underwater. This is what I'm saying the aliens are doing, right? So they're here, they're underwater, and they just come and go because their ships can do. It's like a car that goes on land and water, you know, like an AAV.
They have a whole. There's probably a whole city underwater right now that we're not aware of.
Friends.
Some deep. Dude, I want to go to the bottom of the ocean. I want to see what that's about.
No, it's Super Friends. Super Friends.
That'd be sick as fuck, dude. Go to the very, very bottom of the ocean, see what the fuck's down there. See what kind of like creatures there are roaming around.
Super Friends, Justice League of America. I do Justice League of America because they would like. Let me look at the Justice League of America comic book. I think that was it. The Justice League of America. They had this like underwater thing. I guess we should take a break and like eat snacks or whatever and then go. How's it sound? Justice League of America, because they would like. Look at the Justice League of America. Does that sound? That sounds okay, right?
Sounds good. It sounds good to me. It
Justice
sounds.
League of
It's
America.
because I think the fact that you can have that little, what do you call it, the black magic leveler thing. Because I quote this every time, and I say this every time. But the audio teacher told me, and the video teacher told me too, Mr. Taylor. He was like, "Don't worry about like." He's like, "Look at the levels. Those are the true form of audio.
Yeah.
You know, don't if you it sounds good in your headphones, that's cool, but like make sure your levels are right. You know,
Yeah.
because like you could have something sound good, like if you turn your laptop all the way up, but in reality the sound volumes are so high that like, you know what I'm saying? That when you actually do it, it's like.
I guess the Justice League headquarters were above ground. I can't remember. There's something underwater, but that's what the alien. Back to my point. The aliens are living in the Pacific Ocean. All right, that's why we get all that.
I'm like an
UFO
old person.
stuff.
So like I'm trying to like reply in comments, but I don't realize that my mouse is on the screen, and so it does something with the fucking view.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the fuck did like the video go to? I'm only 36, dude, but I'm like, fuck, I'm like old. Like, where'd it go? I can't find the screen, but I found it. I don't know what button I hit.
So like if I go to like somebody who ever watches this, tell us about this underwater Justice League thing I'm thinking about. There was somebody had headquarters underneath the water, or maybe the Justice League thing just like got up and flew like this picture. It just like flew underwater. I don't know. It like went where the bad guys couldn't find him. I don't know. It was something.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not important, but the important thing is V is going to happen again, and the aliens are here under the ground. And I just need to like make friends with him and make sure that like has like, hey, this Rob Manfred guy, you just gotta lock him up, keep an eye on him. He's really anti-alien. And then what would help if you just install me?
What
as
is
the
it?
commissioner?
How do you become? What are the qualifications for becoming a baseball commissioner?
I think you play golf with a lot of owners.
Because I think like if you had a former player that was running it, I think it'd be a lot better.
Oh yeah. Well, the best one would be George W. Bush, but because he loves baseball. But the like him and I think both Goodell were just like lawyers who just got jobs in the executive office and just like put in enough time that they said, well, you know, kind of how everything works. You're the next up, and
that's like me trying to like
what we're stuck with.
Be in charge or something I know nothing about. Yeah, I'll go be a manager of Frito Lay. I don't know anything about that, but hey.
And then all of a sudden their chips just start sucking. They're like, we've decided on some changes to chips. 1, there's too many in the bag. 3, we don't think they should be crunchy. Like, I don't know why they should be flimsy and soft. Like, just make a bunch of asinine changes. That'd be sweet.
I'd be like, well, you know, I'm in charge, so clear I know what I'm doing. Let's just go ahead and let's add more salt to it, because that's a great idea. I clearly know what I'm doing.
Something crazy. All right, we're going to end the random weird stream just because I felt like we're kind of goofing off anyway. We'll take a 30-minute break, and then we'll come back with the real show.